The Labour Party is a threat to the United Kingdom, and the Labour Party must be stopped at all costs. And my appeal is to every single Brexit voting, red wall voter that may have been considering voting for the Labour Party. First of all, remember this, that Keir Starmer wanted to reverse Brexit. He wanted a second referendum. And I absolutely believe that Keir Starmer's Labour Party will take the United Kingdom back into the European Union by stealth, in all but name. We will be back in the EU. That's what I believe Keir Starmer's going to do. I could be wrong. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't think it will. Secondly, Keir Starmer was an ardent supporter of Jeremy Corbyn. You know Jeremy Corbyn that counted Hamas as his friends? Jeremy Corbyn that used to welcome leaders of the IRA into the Houses of Parliament? You know that Jeremy Corbyn? That supported every cause that was anti-British and hated anything to do with our country and our history? That Jeremy Corbyn. Keir Starmer supported him. And of course, Keir Starmer, until very recently, didn't even know what a man was. Couldn't decide whether a man or a woman had a penis. He wasn't sure. A vote for Labour is a vote for absolute disaster. It's as simple as that. The other thing is, if you're a young person, and I know many young people are ideological, they love to see the best in everybody, and they want peace and harmony, like most sensible people do. But the reality is, if you're a young person, a vote for Labour is a vote for your own policy. The lunatic green agenda that the Labour Party will push, the red-green axis, will absolutely destroy the economy of this country and destroy your prospects of getting a good job or a good career. You may have to leave the United Kingdom if you want to prosper. The mass immigration which the Conservative Party have done, because the Conservative Party does need to die as well, the mass immigration that the establishment have pushed on this country, for every 1 percentage point that migration goes up, house prices go up. And what do you think about that? When you think about how many millions of people are coming to this country, where are they all going to live? If you're a young person, you can't get on the property ladder. It's because of the mass migration policy that both the Labour and the Conservative parties will push. And a vote for Labour is going to cement that. It's going to solidify that, because the Labour Party is not going to stop immigration. They're not. They're wedded to it. They're going to give passports out like it's confetti to all the illegals that have come to this country. So there is no hope with Labour. There's no hope with the Conservatives either. The reality is, if you're in a red wall seat, and I'm not a massive fan of reform, as anyone that's watched my videos will know, I'm not a massive fan of Farage. I don't trust him. But I think the best of the bad bunch at the moment is reform. And if I was in a red wall seat and I had a reform candidate, I would be voting reform at the election, without a shadow of a doubt. Because I do believe that they will give both the Labour Party and the Conservatives a bloody nose. Now, is there time to stop a massive Labour majority? Probably not. But it's still worth getting out there and voting as a protest vote. And then once the dust has settled, and the reality is every single party leader in this election is complicit in what's happened to this country. And as much as there's reform mania and reform euphoria, and Nigel's the most popular politician in the country now, the reality is I don't trust him. Just being brutally honest, I don't trust him. I saw what he did in 2018. I saw what he did with the Brexit Party. I saw what he did in the election in 2019. And I do not trust him. However, it's the best of a bad bunch. And after the election, we will continue to build our movement. Our movement is not a political party. Our movement is a movement that's going to hold politicians and political parties to account. And if we get it big enough, and we get enough people in our movement, we'll be able to do that. And that's what it's all about. We've got the pledge website. I'm going to put the link in this video. Sign up to the pledge. Well, read it first. Make sure you agree with everything that's in it. If you agree with everything that's in it, sign up to it. because that's the basis of how we move our country forward. The politicians have failed us, all of them, including Nigel Farage, unfortunately. But let's see what happens in this election. If I was in a red wall seat, if I was a young person, I'd be voting Reform. And I would do it through gritted teeth, because I know too much about the history of Nigel. However, at the minute, he is without doubt the very best of a bad bunch. And we must stop the Labour Party having a massive majority, because that would be the worst thing for our country and the worst thing for every single one of us. So through gritted teeth, I'm saying on the 4th of July, vote Reform. See you all soon.